Hey guys, this is Jimmy of the New Critics. First off, I'd like to thank everybody who took their time to check out our first video ever, the 12 Reasons to Die album review. Thanks a lot, guys. So, I'm not really going to be reviewing music for the time being. Instead, I'm going to be discussing an upcoming video game. Now, those of you who are fans of IO Interactive Games or Square Enix Games, are aware of the new game in the Hitman trilogy. Hitman was actually first developed by IO Interactive, and after 4 games was then in the hands of Square Enix, totally. Now, the 6th installment in this franchise, simply titled Hitman, I'm not sure why, is scheduled for release, for digital download actually, on the 8th of December this year, and will be available for retail sometime early next year. And when we're talking retail, meaning Microsoft Windows, of course, will be available for download and purchase. Xbox, I'm not sure which Xbox. Sadly, I don't think it will be available on PS3 as PS4 is out and about now, so yeah, it's definitely going to make the PS4 platform. So, now, there's not much confirmation on the plot if you look this game up, really. And, after what happened in Absolution, I don't know what's going to happen to the rest of the franchise itself. Let's look back on the trilogy itself. I mean, I'm trying to figure out what is going to make this new game unique, So let's go back to where it all began. First game, Codename 47. It was just basically the storyline that made it unique, and its gameplay. You felt like an assassin, So, and I'm sure after that, people were awaiting, people were requesting a sequel, and then possibly a franchise, and then they did come about eventually. But when the second game came out, Silent Assassin, it actually turned out to be a good follow-up. And people just wanted more after that. It was the story, and the gameplay was even better. And then the third game, we had Contracts. I mean, the gameplay was even better this time around, but the story was rather weak. I don't know. And it's set in between Contracts and, it's set in between Codename 47 and Silent Assassin, my bad. Which really just it doesn't make it feel that good, and I'm not saying that's bad, but I expected it to take place after Silent Assassin. And you do replay some previous missions, 1 or 2 of them from Codename 47, but I don't know why. I just don't. But the game was good. It doesn't mean it's that bad. It's actually very addictive, if you ask me. And then, of course, we have Blood Money. I mean, those who don't like Absolution definitely enjoy that Blood Money, And there's a lot to say about that, When you take out your contracts, you get paid, you get to buy stuff. There's new items, equipment, and weaponry compared to the other games. The AI is quite nicely designed, and the difficulty levels are nicely designed. It's all gameplay, basically, and the story, and we've got the rival agency known as the franchise, and how the story unfolds itself, making it the best out of those 4. And then Square Enix, they really developed the 5th game, Absolution. Now, there were a lot of changes made over there, Had better graphics than any other game. It had some unique gameplay. Maybe not everyone was happy with it. Missions were broken down into levels to make it easier. So you can there are multiple ways to get your targets, to eliminate them. You can also use the environments, which is cool. But with all this, it just that doesn't necessarily mean it does follow up to the rest of the trilogy, because those who like it, they won't have a problem. Those who didn't like this game, they said, oh, this one doesn't feel like the classic Hitman experience. Well, sure it doesn't, but I still think it was a great game, you know. And while you couldn't save your progress wherever you wanted to, you had to be at checkpoints, and you didn't have weapons at the start of missions. You're not with the agency, but the story is quite good in that point. You know, you're not really with the agency. You know, you're more of a runaway. It feels like the transports a bit, but it's quite interesting. It really is. You know. So yeah, and at the end of that game, the end credits really give you the idea of you know, the sixth game, the sequel to Absolution, where Buddy says he can help the police track down Agent 47, but for a price, of course. And then that brings us to this game. Now, this game, the only things people have said is that, you know, contracts mode is back, meaning you can set up your own targets and assassinations, the locations, blah blah blah, right, as you could in Absolution. But with that and Instincts mode back, yes, there's more. There's also the map. Now you know the Hitman maps, but this one is apparently going to be 7 times bigger than the maps used in Absolution, which I haven't seen yet. You know, there's no confirmation on that. And at the end of each mission, you are rewarded with items. You know, you don't just use whatever you retrieve from previous missions, like in Silent Assassin. You don't do that. I'm just thinking to myself, you know, what if this game had the open world elements? What if it did? You know, it'd be nice for Agent 47 to sort of roam around, you know, these locations in a way. Because, I mean, Square Enix, if you look at Square Enix, they've made great open world games like Batman Arkham Knight, which came out this year, and Sleeping Dogs. Sleeping Dogs is a great game. I mean, if it doesn't, I don't know, then there's not much to say about it, you know? Yeah. It just feels like the franchise is being rebooted again, though it's not, you know? It's not. It's taking place after Absolution. And those of you who have seen the demo, you know, the trailer on E3, then you'll know what I'm talking about. But anyways, maybe it's just being kept that way to surprise us in the end, you know? It's quiet for now. Yeah. So what do you think should be in this new Hitman game? Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. I'd like to thank everybody for watching, and if there's anything new you want us to review, you know what to do. Peace, guys.